Welcome back to the International Outbreak Museum, Paul.
Thanks. It's a lot of nostalgia here for me.
Well, I was hoping we could do a little tour of the Outbreak Museum, and I'm wondering if you have a favorite outbreak you want to talk about.
Boy, there's so much to pick from, but yes, I do have a favorite. This was an outbreak of Salmonella brenderup infection. That's a serotype of Salmonella. I think it took us 9 or 10 months to figure that one out. And when something takes that long, that's kind of a failure, right, in public health. And you learn from your failures, don't you?
Yes, you certainly do.
So this was an outbreak where we would get a case or two of salmonellosis every month. By the time it gets to be 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 cases, you're really starting to think, boy, we should figure this thing out. We weren't able to figure it out, and as usual, we're administering these shotgun questionnaires. They're doing these, broad-based questionnaires, asking people about every potential exposure they could think of.
And there's about 450 questions on the shotgun questionnaire,
Oh yeah,
right?
I mean, it's got everything that has ever caused an outbreak of salmonellosis or that we think might cause an outbreak of salmonellosis. But one clue that we had was that all of the cases in Oregon, I think except one, were on the western half of the state, but not involving the Portland Tri-County area.
Well, that's really unusual.
Which is suspicious, right? I mean,
Right.
43% of Oregon's population lives in Clackamas, Multnomah, Washington counties around the Portland area, but we had 0 cases of Salmonella brenderup. So we're going nuts. What is the food vehicle that could last that long, cause an outbreak over that long a period of time? It didn't involve California or Washington State. We're in contact with our colleagues in those two states. They're not seeing any of it. It's just limited to Oregon, but that didn't involve the Portland Tri-County area. So in desperation, after seeing 9 months of cases trickle in and being unable to figure out this outbreak, we called an all-hands-on-deck meeting in the conference room. All the epidemiologists get in there on July 26, 2010. We are going to wrestle this thing to the ground. We're going to throw ideas against the wall.
We're not going to leave here without a hypothesis.
Right. And of course, Bill and Margaret came with all of the data. One thing that we were looking at, because a lot of the cases had admitted to consuming it, was milk. It was all pasteurized milk, and pasteurized milk is a really unusual cause of an outbreak. We knew that there was this Umpqua milk down in the southern part of the state. And we said, has anybody seen Umpqua milk in the Portland area? We have Umpqua ice cream up here, which
everybody loves.
I love it, but no milk. And so we thought, well, maybe that's it. The Department of Agriculture people were able to tell us that of the people who didn't admit to drinking Umpqua milk, they drank other brands that were produced down there by Umpqua.
Okay.
So we were able to figure out that most of the cases had drunk milk that was produced at the Umpqua dairy. But it was all different kinds of milk.
Right.
It was whole milk, it was 2%, it was skim, it was chocolate. But again, over this many months, and milk shelf life is not that long,
Nope.
So what's going on here? I went into that meeting having no idea what was causing this outbreak, and I came out of it feeling about 60% sure that it was
milk.
It was going to be Umpqua milk. So Bill and a team of people went down along with the dairy expert from the Department of Agriculture who knew his way around dairy operations. Well, when they went down there, they found that the pasteurization of the milk was perfect, but they got a lot of swabs and they isolated Salmonella brenderup from the facility. In particular, from a milk crate and from places on the milk crate conveyor system, and we concluded that the outbreak was caused not by milk itself, but by contamination of the outside of the crates. And every now and then, when you're pouring the milk out, a little bit of it dribbles down the side,
Right.
or maybe you're lifting it directly to your lips. It wasn't dependent on the shelf life of the milk.
The product, right?
Right, and it also explained the very low attack rate. We estimated, after all is said and done, that maybe 1 case of salmonellosis reported to us out of every 1,000,000 containers purchased.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, boy, it was very satisfying when we finally figured that out, because it was torture as those cases kept coming out month after month.
Wow, that really is an impressive outbreak, and I'm glad we finally solved it.